As Russia's invasion of Ukraine enters its fourth week, military casualties, damaged and destroyed weapons are growing. But not just aircraft and military vehicles, but ships or naval vessels too have been damaged or sunk during the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. More of a dozen ships and boats have been captured too, where navies just escaped without a fight. So without further ado, let's dive right into the list of ship losses, whether damaged, sunk or captured during the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. This list will include both civilian as well as military ships. So the first vessel that was hit during the 2022 ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine is the Yasa Jupiter. The bulk carrier, owned by the Turkish Yasa holding, was struck by a missile fired by Russian forces in the Black Sea off Odessa, Russia on 24 February 2022, and it has suffered damage to the vessel bridge area, according to reports. She was on a voyage from Dnieper to Constanta, Romania. On 25 February 2022, the Millennial Spirit was carrying 600 tons of diesel fuel while transiting through the Black Sea. Russian warships reportedly shelled the tanker 12 miles south of the Ukrainian port of Yuzhny. The ship had a crew of 12 who were predominantly Russian. 2 were injured and the other 10 were forced to abandon ship in life jackets. All 12 crew were rescued by the Ukrainian authorities. On 25 February, the Nomura Queen, while in transit in the Black Sea, heading to Istanbul, Turkey after departing from Yuzhny, was struck on its stern side by ordnance fired from a Russian warship participating in the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine. The explosion caused a fire to start on the ship, and one of the 20 crew received a slight injury to their shoulder. There were no casualties reported and the ship remains afloat. On 26 February, Russian troops captured the port of Berdyansk and the Berdyansk airport. Photo and video material regarding ships, boats, and vessels taken by Russian forces near Berdyansk on the Sea of Azov have been distributed by Russian media. Russians also captured 2 small armored artillery boats, P-174 Ackerman and P-179 Vishgorod from the Ukrainian building project 58155, code Gyrza M. All units were left intact with property, weapons, and ammunition remaining on board with the Ukrainian flags raised. Russian forces from the South Front, on their way to aid in the siege of Mariupol, captured the port city of Berdyansk. According to Russian sources, the Ukrainian Navy's patrol ship R-186 Koretz was abandoned at Berdyansk by her evacuated sailors. And according to Ukrainian sources, since the Russian side has completely reassigned the administration of the commercial port of Berdyansk, where the ships and boats of the Ukrainian Navy and the WSU were based. The next vessel to have been captured is the Yuri Oliverenko, which is a mid-sized landing ship, formerly of the Ukrainian Navy of Project 773. She was deployed at the southern naval base at Donoslav from its commissioning in 1971 until the Russian Federation annexation of Crimea in 2014. Since then, Yuri Oliverenko was relocated to Ochakiv. She was reportedly captured by Russian forces during the 2022 ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. Up next is the P262 Matka class. This is a group of hydrofoil missile boats built for the Soviet Navy. Following the 1997 Black Sea Fleet Partition Treaty, all Black Sea Fleet Matka-class boats were passed to the Ukrainian Navy, but the last vessel of the class was captured by Russia during its invasion of Ukraine in 2022 at Berdyansk. Next is the Banglar Samriddhi. The bulker Banglar Samriddhi, the bulk carrier registered in Bangladesh, was reported stranded at the anchorage of the port of Olvia, located in the Mykolaiv region on the northern Black Sea coast. This vessel was struck by a Russian missile later and was set afire on 2 March 2022. The missile hit the superstructure of the vessel, according to the Ukrainian Seaports Authority, and the third engineer of the vessel, however, died. The next vessel is Helt. The cargo ship, owned by the Tallinn-based Vista shipping agency, sank off the coast of Ukraine on 2 March 2022, likely after striking a mine. The Panama Maritime Authority later reported that the ship was sunk by a Russian missile. 4 crew members were initially reported as missing but were later found. Also reported to have been captured by the Russian Navy and used as a shield against Ukrainian shell fire. Next, we have Lord Nelson. The Panama-flagged ships have been hit by Russian missiles in the Black Sea, according to the reports from the Panama Maritime Authority. The ship remains afloat with no casualties reported. At this time, there are about 100 foreign-flagged vessels and more than hundreds of mariners stranded in the Ukrainian ports, according to Ukrainian maritime officials. Hatman. Hatman was a frigate of the Ukrainian Navy that was originally built at the Kerch shipyard as a Project 1135. It was launched on 29 March 1992 and commissioned on 2 April 1993. Homeported at Odessa since March 2014, it was the flagship of the Ukrainian Navy. During the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, the ship was scuttled in Mykolaiv, and on 3 March 2022, a photo emerged showing Hatman partially sunk in the port. The Ukrainian defense minister acknowledged on 4 March that Hatman had been sunk on the first day of the assault to prevent Russian forces from capturing it. The Ukrainian patrol vessel Sloviansk P-190 was an island-class patrol boat of the naval forces of Armed Forces of Ukraine. Originally named USCGC Cushing when in service with the United States Coast Guard, the vessel was acquired by Ukraine in 2018. According to Volodymyr Novatsky, mayor of the port city of Yuzhny, the boat was doing reconnaissance and protection operations for the ports of Odessa and to the south in the Black Sea on 3 March 2022 when it was struck and sunk by a Russian aircraft employing an air-to-ground cruise missile. Several sailors, or possibly the entire crew aboard, are reported missing. Apart from all these 8 unidentified vessels were claimed as destroyed by Russian forces in March, some of which are in port of Berdyansk. And that's it from the Buzz for today. Thank you guys for viewing in. Bye-bye.